Okay, so The Walking Dead has come back for season 6. And this one is told in 2 different time frames. On the bright side, they use 2 different color settings. When you see it in black and white, it's things that have happened in the past. And by past, most of it means a couple days ago. If you see it in color, it's what's happening now. Even though it's happening now, technically happened then, but for the then, it's considered now. So, exactly what happened? Well, Eugene lets in 3 more people. So the very large, kind of convoluted, interconnecting cast has gotten slightly bigger. Lots of people still don't like Rick. Why? Remember last season where Rick kind of killed somebody who was a bad guy who was doing bad stuff, but people didn't see it or didn't really care, so Rick didn't feel justified. But then he was able to convince the leader of Alexandria that he was correct, and everyone was kind of like, okay, we kind of understand, but we're still kind of hesitant towards accepting you in the group. Rick and Carter get into a kerfuffle over Eugene. Morgan and Rick kind of bond. Morgan and Rick are out on patrol, and all of a sudden they notice there's a quarry full of hundreds of thousands of CGI undead. They come back and go, we've got a plan. The plan is we need to, 1, train every single person here in this town to be able to kill walkers. 2, man, there's a whole bunch of walkers there. We have to move them out. Carter's idea is, well, what if we just rebuild the weak points of the walls? Rick, yeah, they ain't happening. There's way too many walkers. So they then develop essentially a pathway. They take all the walkers for a walk. I know. You're probably thinking, man, it seems way too easy of a plan. Glenn, the new guy, and Nick was the person who got Noah killed, and then later tried to kill Glenn. They go to a spot where there's a small contingent of walkers that's just off the road, but makes enough noise that they could essentially pull in this massive wall of walkers to that location. They don't want to do that. They want to take them out in the middle of nowhere, where it's much easier to just pretty much isolate and just destroy them. So they start getting the walkers to walk. Carter, who after Rick and Morgan have a conversation, is like, yeah, I should have killed Carter, but I didn't. Because Carter's going to die anyways. So who do you think dies in this episode? Did you guess the heavy foreshadowing of Carter? Yes, he gets bitten in the face. Rick has to kind of pith him. That's really about it. I'm waiting for Mythbusters to find out if it's really easy, because everyone's going to take a knife and just go right to the skull like it's nothing. Like here. Not here, here. The back makes sense because, you know, there's not a lot of really hard skull there, and a good shot you can get in. Going through here up into the brain also makes sense too. A lot of open space up in here, but going like straight down, like right into the skull, it's like bang, like you're popping a balloon. I don't know. Sometimes it's probably a bit more difficult, especially to be like there, 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 like you're just cutting jack-o'-lanterns or cutting open watermelon. So he dies. The wall begins to kind of shift. They fire some guns to distract them and keep them on the path. And then a horn sounds. And the horns at Alexandria. And all of a sudden, this massive wall of walkers begins to head towards Alexandria. So I guess now we're going to have The Walking Dead Season 6, Undead Helm's Deep. Because that's the way it looks. You just, as the camera's panning back, you just see an almost endless sea of zombies heading towards a very large town, where maybe 10% of them might know how to kill these things, and I was probably just going to hide themselves inside rooms and slowly get eaten. So on the bright side, it did feel like the cast has just ballooned to this huge amount of people. But it does seem like this is definitely going to be a season of reaping. Massive, massive reaping.